'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer, we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall.
You know those childhood memories that just stick with you? Those were the days.
Take me back to the good times glow, when the world slowed down and the TVs glowed. From Mario jumps to TGIF nights, everything felt just right. If you remember, this is your song. Where you came from still lives on. Kick back, relax, stay a while. Voice of the people, USA makes it feel worthwhile. Grew up halfway between two worlds, mixtapes and modems, boys and girls. We saw the change, we felt the shift, but those memories remain a gift. So if you miss when life felt real and laughter echoed through the reel, this night's for you, come take your seat. We're past and present.
Little TGI Friday here. Got any cheese? Every Friday we get to go and pick out a video. We don't record over this one. If I remember this. Welcome. Be kind, rewind.
TGIF Friday Throwback on Hollis-tics, bringing back the good times every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time across social media and Voice of the People USA Radio and TV Network.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Hollis-tics. Hello, I am your host, Hollis Mady, and again, you're watching Hollis-tics. If you are watching it, I know that this is a day people are eager to get off work. They probably have their big weekend planned, or maybe they're just chilling at home, some much needed time off. Whatever you're doing, you do you. But I'm happy if you are here watching and joining me. I am very excited for this episode. I have put on my stars and stripes here. I have a few patriotic things. I had a dress, but it was a little confining. So I was like, you know what? I was at the pool and I had this and I said, you know what? I'm just going to wear this. And I have my hat on. To be honest, I got swimming pool chlorine hair, and that's all right. You know me, guys. I've talked about my hair a lot as trying to get back to blonde. And I was like, oh, should I go under the chlorine? It was so freaking hot. I went under. And I try to keep it, not going under today, but I went under. So I threw on a hat. I came back from the pool. It's not like I haven't had a pool for many years. So it's like gold season. I'm like, I got to go and see the gold. The pool is the gold. And it is so hot and it feels so good. So hopefully, not to rub it in if you don't have a swimming pool. I know how it is. I've had many summers where I'm like, where's the pool? Trying to find a community pool and stuff because it's so hot out. But anyway, there you go. Thank you for being here. This is a special 4th of July edition. It's not 4th of July yet, obviously. It's only the 3rd, but we're rolling into the weekend, guys. Yes, and I am very excited. So let me know your plans in the chat room. I will head over there shortly. But first, the housekeeping. It's Friday night. It's a little TGIF tonight and a little 4th of July. Independence, star, stripes, all that good stuff. Red, white, and blue. And yes, so what is Hollis-tics? If you are new here, maybe you're a returning guest, or a returning person in the chat room. But if you are new here, I am Hollis Mady, and this is my show, Hollis-tics. And it's a community for people navigating a changing world. We talk about a little bit of everything here, from music to life to health to happiness to just surviving the daily rat race some days, right? But we are doing better than that now. We are thriving. We are thriving, guys. So cheers to you all. I have my H2O. It's summer. And did I ever mention I love summer? It makes me just feel so alive. I just love the sunlight, and getting a tan. I have been out there working on my tan because I've been very white for a long time. And yeah, I can't say enough good things, but it makes you want to be healthy. I ate my apple today. I bought a bag of apples at Trader Joe's on Sunday, and here we are on Friday, and they're all gone. Apple a day keeps the doctor away, and we've talked about this. Apple is good. Well, apples are good for your liver. And you know what? Another fun fact that I discovered, and I put out a little video. Did you know that apples are made up of 25% air? And that's why you could bob for apples. And apples are also related to the rose family, which I never knew. Like I read this again, I don't know, my chat GPT, but it told me, I said, give me some fun facts about apples besides they're being good for you. Why did they say a doctor, an apple day keeps the doctor away and all that stuff? But it did tell me that apples start as a flower, like a rose, and then it turns into an apple. I didn't know that. I wonder if that's the same for green apples. Green apples are different. They're a whole different vibe. But yes, the fruits and vegetables are flowing here. I got a watermelon at Trader Joe's last week. Watermelon, I love for the 4th of July. I love for summer. Watermelon's one of my favorite fruits. Let me know what your favorite fruit is, if you so feel inclined to let me know that. But yes, a little TGIF. And I also actually, because I am on a little bit of a health kick here, I've had all vegetables and fruit this week. And I took my sunglasses off because I am inside, but it's summer, so I like to wear my sunglasses. But I got a couple of these shots. This is the no joke ginger juice shot. So maybe I'll do a little shooter. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but I know a lot of people are getting their shots probably ready for the weekend. So I might as well kick it off with the health shot. This, like I said, this is a juice shot blend of, what does it say? My God, you're getting old. I need my glasses. Hold on, guys. Blend of coconut water, ginger, and lemon juice with added cayenne pepper. That'll wake you up. But I don't need to be woken up because I'm full of energy today because I'm excited for the weekend. And yes, so anyway, if you're new here, this is a community for people navigating a changing world and human connection and meaningful conversations. We talk about, like I said, everything. TGIF Fridays. Sometimes we talk about old movies and shows, and that reminds me something really cool. They're doing a movie night in my apartment complex from the pool, and they're going to bring out a big screen and they're going to play a movie. And it's a movie I've talked about actually a lot on TGI Fridays. And I'm very excited. Any guesses? It'd be very hard to guess what it is. So I'll just tell you. It's Rookie of the Year. I couldn't believe that. I was walking by. It's like, pool night at the pool, which I love. And they're going to be playing Rookie of the Year. So that's next Friday. So hopefully I can make it. It's the July. Well, I do my show. So we'll see. I might have to do a pre-recorded one so I could hit up Rookie of the Year in the pool. I don't know. I don't want to, I'm trying to be consistent with my shows here, but that's why I wanted to show up, of course, tonight. After this, I have to run to the grocery store and get some good food for the 4th of July. I said to Dan earlier, he doesn't apply to him because he doesn't really like vegetables that much. But I said, a 4th of July is not complete without, for me anyway, a vegetable tray with some dip. So there you go. There you have it. So anyway, I am Hollis again, and that QR code there says join the community for exclusive content and perks. So you could check out my buy me a coffee there, and there's some cool stuff. The Love Zombies Land is up now, and if you join for $10 a month, you will automatically get a digital copy and lots of extra stuff, music, everything. So much to come. It's a very exciting time. So with that said, let me head over to the chat room and say hello. I see a couple comments up there. Hello. Aaron says, God bless America, U.S. Amen. It's one of my favorite weekends. So amen, Aaron. Good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. Are you off this weekend? Hopefully you have the weekend off. You're a very hard worker out there, so I know sometimes you have to work overtime. Joe says, good evening, Hollis. Happy 250th birthday to our beloved constitutional republic, U.S. Us. Yes, amen. Holy guacamole, says MAGA Institute's in the house. Hello, MAGA Institute. Thank you for coming in. We have got to catch up sometime. I haven't talked to you in a while. And happy 20th anniversary today to VOP USA Radio Network. Thank you so much, Joe. Yes, we are broadcasting on Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network. Sometimes, I forget to say it, not because I really forget, but because we're going to be switching platforms again. And I'm like, well, I like our platform. It's been a long story. So yes, I'm going to be saying that a lot more because there's big things in store for the 2 decades into that. But yes, we are streaming live there right now. We are on Roku TV, we're on Fire TV, we're on Apple TV, we're on the apps. But we're also on Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble. I always forget one, YouTube. So we're a little bit everywhere. Yes, it's Joe says it's super nice to have this 9 days of vacation here. That's awesome, Joe. At home, yes, I'm chilling here. It's super nice to have this 9 days of vacation. Are you barbecuing? You guys doing any grilling this weekend? Hello, Jim Sim. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Only number 1 apple. Use a chaser with apple juice. What about Granny Smith apples? I'm wondering. I feel like maybe red apples are more. I don't know which one's healthier. They're probably equal. The Granny Smith apples are a little sour. They're good though. I like them in a salad with like chicken, Granny Smith apples, blue cheese, and maybe fruit or something like that. It's a nice combination for your palate. Yes. So with that said, cheers, everybody. Get your drink out. You want to see, we'll do this live on the air. I did have it once. It's like, whoa. But I have it here, so why not do it? Okay, I'm opening it up. And hello, hopefully Smariglio is out there watching. Smariglio. Today, I went to the mailbox, the post office, and I sent out some special signed books for some very special people, including my mom, including Smariglio, including Aaron, Amy, and Aspen Masha. So you guys will get that, I think, in like 7 days. I think it said July 7th or 8th. So keep your eyes peeled for little love zombies dropping into your mailbox straight from Love Zombies Land. All right, here we go, guys. All right, ready? Here we go. Well, my mouth is like, I know it's very like, okay, just going to do it. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh, that burns. That's the ginger in there, the ginger. Well, we've been talking about health. And with that said, I also wanted to make sure that I came on and I told you all about next week. We want the week to go slow, but I just wanted to make sure that I announced we have our guests coming on next week, Donna and Mark. And I did spend some time this week, which I always do. I can't escape it. Always behind the computer. But here we go, guys, in case, because I've talked about them so much. I don't think I've ever shown pictures, except the other day I showed you a picture of Donna. And let's see here. I know I upload them. Here we go. Monday. This Monday is very special. Mark Woodiat, and Monday, July 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I made a video as well, but that's Mark, my friend from 5th grade. I've talked about him on the show before, but he's going to grace us with his presence. I'm very excited about that. And then Friday, July 10th. So next Friday. Oh, yeah. So Rookie of the Year will have to wait. I guess I might have to miss that one because Friday, July 10th, Donna will be on the show. Donna Flormonte, founder and leader of the Waverly Wellness House, 28 plus years of integrative wellness and cellular healing. So get your questions ready because she really is a wealth of information. And I can't say enough good things about her. I love her. Like she's one of those people, there's not enough people like this in the world. At least for me, when I see her, she just glows. And every time I see her, I'm like, Donna, like she's just radiates and emits really good positive energy. And just like she's a warm-hearted person. So is Mark. And so are all of you guys in the chat room. That's what I like here. We're bringing that together. That's important. So since I made them, I might as well play them. My little promos. This is what I said. When I have a guest, it takes a little bit extra work. That's why I'm particular about my guests, because I like to go the extra mile for them. So let's see. I know I uploaded here. Hollis, board up, Hollis. Play that promo for Mark Woodiat, would you? All right, here it is.
I've known this guest since we were in 5th grade, and it's been incredible to watch his musical journey unfold over the years. Mark Woodiat is an accomplished jazz violinist, a composer, author, producer, teacher, director, studio artist, and concert master whose passion for music has touched audiences and students alike. A graduate of the Eastman School of Music, Mark has spent his life creating, performing, and sharing music at the highest level. but beyond the impressive resume, he is someone who truly lives and breathes music. We'll catch up on what he's been up to, talk about his exciting upcoming projects, and take a look inside the creative mind of a lifelong musician and artist. I'm looking forward to reconnecting with an old friend for what I know will be a fascinating conversation. Join us Monday, July 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Hollis-tics, streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, and Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network.
So there you go. And followed by Mark on Monday. I'll be here Wednesday as well. And Friday will be Donna. And here's a little video I made about Donna.
Join us Friday, July 10th for a very special episode of Hollis-tics featuring Donna Floramonte, founder of the Waverly Wellness House. With decades of experience in integrative wellness, Donna will share her knowledge on detoxification, cellular health, and natural approaches to supporting the body's ability to heal. Whether you're curious about holistic health or looking to learn something new, you won't want to miss this fascinating conversation. Join us live Friday, July 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Hollis-tics. Streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, and Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network.
So there we go. And there you have it. So I'm very excited. Next week is going to be full of new information and new connections and things like that. Jason's in the house. Hello, Jason. Thank you for joining us. Joe says, Hollis, we are being barbecued with this heat. I know. I love it. I won't complain. But I will say, our air conditioner, this is one thing that is kind of very annoyed me that, we were supposed to have central air conditioning, and we've noticed it is so hot in here still. And I think the thermostat was broken. So anyway, long story short, I went to the front office, but that's one thing I like about renting. They will come and fix it. But they said they would go over to the apartment, and I wasn't here. And so they just came in, and apparently they couldn't fix the central air. They probably have to call someone. So they made a temporary solution. And I came back, and at least the apartment is cooler, but they put a stand-up air conditioning unit, which is fine. But they put the vent out we have a balcony, and they put it out there, but now the balcony's closed and I can't go out there. I know it's third world problems, right? But or is that the saying? I know I'm not being but like I said, I've never had a balcony of my own either. I'm and I like to sit out there in the morning with the coffee and eat my apple. I've been drinking tea lately. But now the balcony's closed off. And the other bummer is right off the balcony, which is a godsend, we have a storage closet, which is really good. We put out nice racks and everything. But all my water's out there, all of our drinks, everything's out there. And everything is out there, and I can't get to it. But I mean, I can, but I'm going to have to take the air conditioner out, and I have no idea how to fix it if we took it out. So we're kind of no balcony this weekend. But they just came in and did that. I was thinking, couldn't they put it in the window instead? Because anyway, so there you go. So we do have air conditioning, but now we can't go outside and use the balcony, unfortunately. Polly Parr plate. Oh wait, Joe says, I'm basically just trying to eat salad and things that I don't have. I'm basically eat things I don't have to cook. Okay, yeah. Well, that's good. Sometimes in the summer, I like to be light and not eat too much. Might get some kebabs. I think that would be good. Some veggie kebabs. I'm on a veggie kick lately. Pollard Plays has rated this stream. Well, hello, Pollard Plays. Well, I'm happy to have you in here. Welcome. A special edition of the 4th of July. A special edition of the 4th. Yes. I came inside and wanted to talk about the 4th of July, which we will. I'm gonna get up that video, which I think I was talking about it last week, and I know Aaron wasn't here. We were trying to remember the word. Poignant. That was the word. It's a very beautiful video. And, a lot of people, you sing the Star-Spangled Banner. I've sang the Star-Spangled Banner. You sing it in school. I don't know if they do that anymore, but, baseball games and stuff. But when you really listen to the words, I mean, and you think about it, this video, it's a beautiful video. It's sad though. It's sad, but it's like I said, poignant. That was my word for it. And, we forget, maybe we don't, but the 4th of July, it's a big day and it means a lot. And a lot of people have given their lives, and, we go on with our plans and our parties and all this stuff. But you have to remember there's a lot of people who don't have plans anymore and can't do that because they sacrificed their life for us, for the freedom. And the flag it's a big story, the flag. So you wear it, and sometimes we just have to get the fireworks and we do all that stuff. But there's so much deeper meaning to it as well. So so I'm glad you're in here. Thank you for stopping by. We are on the Rumble. It looks like you're coming in from Rumble. So thank you for being here. But yes, there you go. The air conditioning, that's a little bit of a bummer, but at least it's cooler in here. But it's all messed up. Again, I never had central air before either, but yeah, when I lived in Scranton, I don't know. My mom was that house was always a freaking heat box. We had air conditioners that weighed like 10 tons. You have to put them in the window and bring them up and stuff. So it's nice when it works. It's nice, but I'm sure they will fix it. So there you go. But what else was I going to say? Music. What else has happened recently? A development this week. I decided I think I've been talking to you guys about it. I have to get active in the community of music here. We are in Cleveland, Ohio, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's a lot of music here. So I joined a Facebook group, and it's like Ohio musicians. And I just decided, I'm going to put up a post, and say, singer here. I play keyboards, blah, 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 blah. If anyone's looking for, I would like to connect with some musicians, maybe meet some friends. I don't know that many people here yet and all that. And I had some really nice replies. Like, so many people were very nice, and they were like, hey, they were sending me their projects. Check out this, check out that. So, like I have my own original music, but I never really thought about being in a cover band again. I did it like when I was in college, but as I mentioned on the show, it's a fun job. And sometimes if you get into a good band who play like around and stuff, you can make some money, and you make some money singing and being on stage and meeting people. So I don't know. Never really thought about doing it that again, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I put it out there, and like I said, a lot of people were writing me and stuff, and very nice. So nice to be getting back into the scene here. Let's see what happens. So maybe I'll be in a band sooner or later, I'm itching to be on stage. It's been a long time. And as I've mentioned here many times, a lot of drama comes with bands. But at the same time, you take the good with the bad. There's a lot of fulfilling things. And I am a front person. I've always liked to be a front person. And I like to, bring the party to the stage, so to speak. Tim says, I hear you, Joe. I've eaten half a sour, 2 slices of cheese, and a protein bar today. What's half a sour? What's a sour? I'm watching on Rumble on my phone here and YouTube on my TV. We'll get those minutes up so you can monetize Hollis. Thank you, Tim, for caring and for being concerned with that. Yeah. Again, there's that QR code if you want to join the community. Always looking for ways to make a little extra cash or cash at all. So speaking of that, in case you guys didn't know, I'll play this real quick because it is up there. Love Zombies Land is now out, and you could check it out on Amazon. You can get your paperback edition.
The world has forgotten something important, and it's up to Lolly and the Love Zombies army to help us remember. When the evil Drago unleashes dark energies and dangerous amnesia fumes across Earth, a colorful band of heroes embark on a cosmic adventure filled with friendship, imagination, and heart. Love Zombies Land, a story for kids, but a reminder for adults too. Available now as a digital download exclusively at hollismahady.com. Each copy includes access to bonus content and a special soundtrack through an exclusive QR code inside the book. Join the community at buymeacoffee.com/hollismahady and receive a free digital copy as a thank you. And coming soon, the paperback edition, which will be available on Amazon. Join Lolly and the Love Zombies army on their mission to help the world remember what matters most: love.
Yes, so that is available now on hollismahady.com. hollismahady.com. Yes, that's my name, hollismahady.com, right under my name there, and also on the Amazon. It's very exciting to have a book out there. It took a while to get that all set up and figured out, but that part of the hurdle is over. I have not started writing part 2 yet, but my head is full of ideas, so I'm excited to actually start doing that. So Tim says a half of a sour pickle, not a full sour pickle, pickled a little lighter, not a full sour dill. Oh, I love dill pickles, especially like the ones you get a good deli one from the deli, like you know, not the ones from the store that are in the jar, those really green ones. I like the ones that are like still almost kind of a cucumber, but like a pickle. They're like, oh, they're really good when you get them right. But I never made pickles myself. That would be something good to do. I'm imagining you soak them in vinegar, right? Let me know if anyone has any pickle recipes. I want to do some of my own stuff here. Maybe make some of my own salad dressings and things like that. I've been on a bit of a health kick, like I said. And the other day at the pool, I brought my celery juice book. Celery, the mirror, or what was it? I forget what it's called. Like it's all about celery. The whole book is about celery, like the miraculous healing power of celery juice. And I haven't tried it yet because honestly, my juicer's in the closet out there, and I'm like, I have a thing of celery. I was gonna juice it because I actually have a juicer as well. It's a good juicer. I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm hoping it still works. But yeah, I mean, I've been reading this guy. It's called The Medical Medium, and I looked him up on Instagram, and I just been watching loads and loads of his videos. And he says, you know, it's the healing power of celery juice, this miraculous healing power. Now, not just eating celery and not combining it, it has to be combining it with other stuff. It has to be straight celery juice on an empty stomach. And he swears by, 16 ounces to 24 ounces. Like you work up to that, taking that much a day, and you just do that every day. And it's good for your skin. It's good for all your organs, so I'm looking forward to trying it. I did get some pre-made celery juice at Trader Joe's, but then I looked at it and it has some other stuff like lemon juice in it and stuff, which I'm sure is okay. It's better than not having it. But yeah, I get, these things, you want to add all your own fancy things or things to sweeten it and all that, but you have to do it straight according to this book, The Medical Medium. So we'll check it out. He has, a lot of stuff I've heard before, but he kind of goes into it. And also the thing with supplements as well. I've heard that certain supplements, there's so much out there. There's so much. And a lot of times, these supplement companies throw extra stuff in there. I don't know, because money or the bottom line, or they'll put cheaper ingredients in it and all that. So you have to be careful also what brand of supplements you take. And there's so much, like I said, out there. Sometimes I don't even know where to start. And he had a company he recommends. And, I don't know. I kind of liked what he was saying about, there's a lot of influencers out there who will just sell anything. And they, they're more about the bottom line and they're cheap on their ingredients. So he did recommend one. I didn't order anything yet, but I'm thinking of ordering a couple things. And then you get into it and you're like, oh, I want this, this, and this. And in your cart is like hundreds of dollars. Like these things unfortunately, it costs a lot of money, but like I said, your health is your wealth. So you don't want to skimp on that. So I will let you know as I read more, and we'll see what that is a question. I want to write down some of my questions for Donna is what brand of supplements she recommends, because like I said, you could be taking all different kinds of supplements and then you get into it and you're like, oh, I should take this vitamin and this one and this one and this one and this one. And all of a sudden you're taking like 100 vitamins. So there's a lot there, but I love holistic health, and that's what Hollis-tics is all about, guys. So Timothy says you want a half sour then. They taste more cucumbery than the full sours. Okay, that's what a half sour is then. I never heard that term, or that's how it was described. So now I know. When I go to Cat's Deli, yes, I know where that is. I used to work at the library bar in New York City, right across from that, Cat's Deli. Do you know what I'm talking about, Tim? And the Mercury Lounge was right across the street, and the Cat's Deli was down the street. I worked on the corner of Houston and A, and I always got a Dr. Brown celery soda. I remember that. I don't remember ever having it, but I remember seeing it and thinking like celery soda. It's not healthy, but I pretend it is. Was it good? I mean, I guess if you were getting it. That just sounds very odd. Celery soda. I don't know. But yeah, Cat's Deli, that was good. I used to work at a Jewish deli in LA. It was called Greenblatt's Deli, and they had some good sandwiches and stuff. But if you're trying to be healthy, they say that the processed foods and the cold cuts and all that it's not the best. I mean, this is the kind of probably obvious stuff, but you know, we're being our own health investigators, and your body is a very mysterious thing. I think that's the thing, especially with healing and holistic health and all that. Especially when you have like a condition like Dan never minds me talking about it, but he suffers with Crohn's, and Crohn's is a stomach condition, and it's a lot with the gut and all that. So, he's always trying different things, and I've talked about on the show. He's tried some holistic stuff, and that is the stuff where he had the most luck. But the body is so, as I said, it's so complex. And because, you wish you could just kind of, what is it? You look inside. We'll never be able to look inside. But where does it start? Is it a parasite? I read something about, and I've already known this, but I used to eat sushi a lot, and I don't want to eat it anymore. The only thing I'll eat now is, and I do love sushi. I was never into sashimi. I didn't really like that, but anything raw could have parasites, especially sushi, and pork is the big one that they say. But I do love like avocado rolls or sweet potato rolls, or what's the other one I loved? Oh, it was like the pickled radish. What is it called? There's a fudomaki roll, which I think has like egg in it. But what was the one called? Like, I'm totally losing the name of it. But anyway, it's like a pickled radish. It's yellow, but it's in sushi. So that kind of stuff. But yeah, because apparently parasites can cause a lot of havoc in your system and lead to a lot of problems. So Joe says, not Joe, Timothy, I'm sorry. I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm talking too fast. Remember that guy, the talking guy? About the little cars? He talks really fast. So I'll read slow. I can neither confirm nor deny that I spent many hours studying at the library when I lived in the city. Really? That's so funny. Well, you never know. Maybe we cross paths. I don't know what year it was, though. I was there 2006? Yeah, probably 2006 to about 2010. Because I moved there right after college, and I graduated in college in 2006. So yeah, it was like 2000. I was in New York for about 4 years, and then it was around 2010 that I moved to LA. Because I remember getting my Honda car. It was a 2010 CRV. I miss that car. I miss having a car. I took my our shared car, to the, what's it called? Midas? Yeah, they're going to do some work on it, which is good. We got to keep that in good shape. It's a good car. We love our car, but I'm looking forward. We are going to get that truck eventually. We're still working towards it. Hopefully we'll get there. I would love to have my own car again, because there's nothing like little freedom, but we share, and it's all right. It's all right. I'm grateful for what we have. So that's funny, Joe. But yeah, so we should get a little 4th of July. Let's see if I could pull up. I was going to say, what for this weekend, I'm thinking about going to the Cleveland Guardians, and is it White Sox? You can tell I'm not really that into sports. I do like baseball games though, but they're having, there's loads to do in Cleveland and in Strongsville, and there's probably something going on everywhere. But apparently, it's going to be a big fireworks show and all that. And so yeah, I said I want to do something special. So I'm hoping we might be going there. We're going to confirm our plans later this evening, but I know for sure tomorrow during the day I will definitely be at the pool with a vegetable tray. So let's see. Let's go over to YouTube and pull up a little 4th of July. Should we have a history lesson here on Hollis-tics? Okay, I didn't plan this in advance. Maybe I should have had it revved up and ready to go. But let's see if I can find that video. Star-Spangled Banner story. I'll know it when I see it. I think it might be this one. Okay, let me go over back to StreamYard here. Board Op Hollis. That's me. Can you please share the screen so everyone can see it? Oh, yes, sure, Hollis. Share screen. Star-Spangled Banner. There it is. Share. Okay, back to StreamYard. And I'm going to add it to the stage. There it is. See, there's a whole, in case you ever want to do a show yourself and run everything yourself. I have lots of tips for you. So here's the Star-Spangled Banner. I think this is the one Woody, maybe you guys have seen it, but yes, this is what I wanted to play. So I think this is the one. Okay, so what do you think, guys? Should we play it? All right. If it's not, I'll stop it, but I do think this is the one. Yeah, this Yes, the Indians, and I do have my Cleveland jersey thanks to him. Thank you, Marcus.
There was a lawyer once. His name was Francis Scott Key. He penned a song that I'm sure you're aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the national anthem. It is our song as an American. We go, however, to a ball game. We stand in our church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've never really thought about what it means. Let me tell you a story. Francis Scott Key was a lawyer in Baltimore. The colonies were engaged in vicious conflict with the mother country, Britain. Because of this conflict and the protractedness of it, they had accumulated prisoners on both sides. The American colonies had prisoners and the British had prisoners. And the American government initiated a move. They went to the British and they said, let us negotiate for the release of these prisoners. They said, we want to send a man out to discuss this with you. They were holding the American prisoners in boats about 1,000 yards offshore. And they said, we want to send a man by the name of Francis Scott Key. He will come out and negotiate to see if we can make a mutual exchange. On the appointed day, in a rowboat, he went out to this boat and he negotiated with the British officials. And they reached a conclusion that men could be exchanged on a one-for-one basis. Francis Scott Key, jubilant with the fact that he'd been successful, went down below in the boats, and what he found was a cargo hold full of humanity, men. And he said, men, I've got news for you tonight. You're free. He said, tonight I have negotiated successfully your return to the colonies. He said, you'll be taken out of this boat, out of this filth, out of your chains. As he went back up on board to arrange for their passage to the shore, the admiral came and he said, we have a slight problem. He said, we will still honor our commitment to release these men, but it'll be merely academic after tonight. It won't matter. And Francis Scott Key said, what do you mean? He said, well, Mr. Key, he said, tonight we have laid an ultimatum upon the colonies. Your people will either capitulate and lay down the colors of that flag that you think so much of, or you see that fort right over there, Fort Henry? He said, we're going to remove it from the face of the earth. He said, how are you going to do that? He said, if you will, scan the horizon of the sea. And as he looked, he could see hundreds of little dots. And he said, that's the entire British war fleet. He said, all of the gunpowder, all of the armament is being called upon to demolish that fort. It will be here within striking distance in a matter of about 2.5 hours. He said, the war is over. These men would be free anyway. He said, you can't shell that fort. He said, that's a large fort. He said, it's full of women and children. He says, it's predominantly not a military fort. He said, don't worry about it. They said, we've left them a way out. And he said, what's that? He said, do you see that flag way up on the rampart? He said, we have told them that if they will lower that flag, the shelling will stop immediately. And we'll know that they've surrendered, and you'll now be under British rule. Francis Scott Key went down below and told the men what was about to happen. And they said, how many ships? He said, hundreds. The ships got closer. Francis Scott Key went back up on top and he said, men, I'll shout down to you what's going on as we watch. As twilight began to fall, and as the haze hung over the ocean as it does at sunset, suddenly the British war fleet unleashed. He says the sound was deafening. There were so many guns that there were no reliefs. He said it was absolutely impossible to talk or hear. He said suddenly the sky, although dark, was suddenly lit. And he says from down below, all he could hear the men, the prisoners, saying was, tell us where the flag is. What have they done with the flag? Is the flag still flying over the rampart? Tell us. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours into the shelling. Every time the bomb would explode and it would be close to the flag, they could see the flag in the illuminated red glare of that bomb. And Francis Scott Key would report down to the men below, it's still up. It's not down. The admiral came and he said, your people are insane. He said, what's the matter with them? He said, don't they understand this is an impossible situation? Francis Scott Key said he remembered what George Washington had said. He said the thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world is he will die on his feet before he'll live on his knees. The admiral said, we have now instructed all of the guns to focus on the rampart to take that flag down. He said, we don't understand something. Our reconnaissance tells us that that flag has been hit directly again and again and again, and yet it's still flying. We don't understand that. But he said, now we're about to bring every gun for the next 3 hours to bear on that point. Francis Scott Key said the barrage was unmerciful. All that he could hear was the men down below praying. The prayer, God, keep that flag flying where we last saw it. Sunrise came. He said there was a heavy mist hanging over the land, but the rampart was tall enough. There stood the flag, completely nondescript, in shreds. The flagpole itself was at a crazy angle, but the flag was still at the top. Francis Scott Key went aboard and immediately went into Fort Henry to see what had happened. And what he'd found had happened was that that flagpole and that flag had suffered repetitious direct hits. And when hit had fallen, but men, fathers, who knew what it meant for that flag to be on the ground, although knowing that all of the British guns were trained on it, walked over and held it up humanly until they died. Their bodies were removed and others took their place. Francis Scott Key said what held that flagpole in place at that unusual angle were patriots' bodies. He penned the song, "Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming. Or the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The debt was demanded. The price, it was paid.
Aw. So there you go. If you ever really looked at the words, or you probably sang it at least probably once in your life, I would think. I know we sang it a lot. I've sang it. I'm a singer, so I've sang the national anthem a few times. But yeah, it's just definitely when you really know the words, and even when they say don't let the flag touch the ground, or when people burn flags and stuff. I mean, so many men, they literally gave their life to keep it up, and then they fought for freedom. And all the veterans out there and all the people, like I said, who are no longer here, who fought to give us freedom to be an asshole. There's a lot of jerks out there. There's a lot of idiots. There's a lot of good people, but they fought for our freedom. So, always remember them. And I don't want to get into it. I hate when people are ignorant, but a lot of people died for this country, and that's what the 4th of July and Veterans Day too, and Memorial Day and everything. So I have a lot of veterans. My husband's a veteran, and my grandfather was a veteran, and my stepfather's a veteran. So, and my father-in-law. So, God bless all you guys. Thank you. Okay, so let me see real quick. Here we go. After that little video there, here we go.
You're watching Hollis-tics, hosted by Hollis Mahady. Be sure to visit hollismahady.com and join our email list to stay updated on upcoming shows, special events, new music, books, podcasts, and creative projects. And if you're looking for a community of like-minded people who value authentic human connection, meaningful conversations, creativity, music, art, and personal growth, join us at buymeacoffee.com/hollismahady. Together, we're building a growing community focused on preserving what matters most. Real people, real conversations, and genuine connection. I've known this guest since we were in 5th grade, and it's been incredible to watch his musical journey unfold over the years. Mark Woodiat is an accomplished jazz violinist, a composer, author, producer, teacher, director, studio artist, and concert master whose passion for music has touched audiences and students alike. A graduate of the Eastman School of Music, Mark has spent his life creating, performing, and sharing music at the highest level. But beyond the impressive resume, he is someone who truly lives and breathes music. We'll catch up on what he's been up to, talk about his exciting upcoming projects, and take a look inside the creative mind of a lifelong musician and artist. I'm looking forward to reconnecting with an old friend for what I know will be a fascinating conversation. Join us Monday, July 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Hollis-tics, streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, and Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network. Join us Friday, July 10th for a very special episode of Hollis-tics featuring Donna Floramonte, founder of the Waverly Wellness House. With decades of experience in integrative wellness, Donna will share her knowledge on detoxification, cellular health, and natural approaches to supporting the body's ability to heal. Whether you're curious about holistic health or looking to learn something new, you won't want to miss this fascinating conversation. Join us live Friday, July 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Hollis-tics. Streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, and Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network.
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. We're gonna have some fun, show you how it's done, TGI.
There you go. Speaking of TGIF, it is Friday. So maybe I will put my background down now. I should have done, and I forgot. I didn't do like a special background for this, but that's all right. Here we have let's see, we have this one. What do you guys think? And then before this, a little TGIF Fridays, but this is my classic one because it has all the stuff. It has a Rubik's Cube and the cereal and the computer and all the stuff. So it is Friday, but as I said, it's a special edition. And so what do you guys think? What did you think of the story there? Any comments or anything? Let me know. So, any new movies out? I heard there is a movie out about George Washington, and it's made by Angel Studios. Dan was telling me about it. I think that would be interesting. I think before he became a general and a president and stuff, maybe his history. I don't know. I remember. Obviously, we all learned about George Washington in history. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So that might be a good one to see. Been watching the new show we're watching is Prison Break. Anybody ever watch that? It's so good. I love it. We watched 24 for all that, and we watched another movie. What was it called? It was like it's a movie. It's banned in a lot of it's a controversial movie. It's banned in I think many countries and states. I forget what it's called, like American. Forget what it's called. I don't know if Dan's been crazy working, so I don't know if he's actually even watching this right now because he's been in a work thing that's been taking up all day. So he's looking forward to being done with that. He's been working very hard all week, and we are going to the grocery store to get some 4th of July refreshments, as I said, because our closet is out of order. So we need some hydration, including lots of water, guys. Don't forget your water. Lemons and limes are always good for that. Oh, Vigilante. Yeah, it's a controversial movie. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So let me see. yeah, it's just one of those weekends didn't really plan that much for the show because it kind of just see where it goes. But it is Friday night, and if there's anyone who wants to reminisce a little bit, let me know what movie. Maybe you're going to see a movie. It's summer, so I don't like to go to the movies too much in the summer because you could do that all year, and half of the year here is cold. I'm like, oh, just go to the movies then. So, but a movie outside in the pool, now that sounds pretty good. So, why not? I think a pool movie would definitely be a little more fun than a regular movie, even though in a pool movie, I don't think they'll have the popcorn. But the popcorn, the butter, and the popcorn, it's not very healthy here on Holistics. So, yes, let me see here. Maybe a little Love Zombies. In case you didn't know, as I said earlier, Love Zombies is now out in Amazon. And Lolly, the little love zombie, she is well, she's just a magical little zombie, and she brings love and happiness to the world. So, for those new viewers out there, if you were watching this, like I said, if I were you, I probably wouldn't be watching this. I'd probably be outside or whatever. But thank you guys for being here and watching this. So, why not spread a little bit of love? Love Zombies are here to bring love to the world. So, there's a little bit of Love Zombies, and then we'll see where we're at.
Lolly in Love Zombies land, pinks bloom under every hand. She wakes up with a mirror grin, gives her own sweetheart a spin. She says, I am you, you are me. Love is mine and it runs free. She sways where the roses grow, breath in, breath out, nice and slow. Fluffy love taps at her door, tail like a feather on the floor. Brings his guitar by, strings like sunbeams in the sky. He strums while she sings along, turning quiet into song. Fluffy love curls by her feet, pink hearts dancing down the street. She meditates and hums all day, love zombie magic, yeah, yeah, yeah. She sways where the roses grow, breath in, breath out, nice and slow. Dino plays a gentle line, and the whole land starts to shine. Say self-love starts in me today. Fluffy love, Dino too. All the love comes right on through. She closes her eyes and sings it back. Whole wide world turns pink just like that. I am you, you are me. I am everything you see. Everything is me, everything is me. Lovely, shine so bright, lovely. Think all night I am you, you are me. I am everything you see.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, back to Holistics. I'm your host, Hollis Mahady. Here at Holistics, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it's been good. I've been used to this is episode 41. Yes. So maybe we'll do something special for episode 50. So next week we have some exciting guests coming up and some other topics I was thinking about. There was one topic I want to do a show about it and see what everyone else thinks about this topic if they know much about it. And now it's back to AI a little bit here, but it's a topic it's very freaky actually. It's kind of pretty scary, but transhumanism. I'm sure you guys have heard about that, of course, but about merging of the humans, because we talk a lot about human connection and what are the values of humans that are important to keep as we keep, forging ahead at the speed of light with all this technology. Elon Musk talks about all this stuff, the robots and everything. But I found this girl online, and oh my gosh, well, maybe I'll tell you guys about her next time. I got to do a little more research, but I think that would be a topic. It's very heavy, little, like I said, a little scary. So not for this episode, of course, but things I'm thinking about for upcoming episodes, as we try to keep our humanness in a world that's becoming increasingly digital and artificial. It's important to keep our humanness. That's what I say here on Hollis-tics, right? So yeah, so all these things are to come. So with that said, I know it is a kind of a shorter episode tonight because, like I said, it is a big weekend ahead, and I have some things I have to get done for the weekend. But I just wanted to pop on and make sure I let everyone know not to miss Monday. Is going to be a really good episode with Mark Whittiat, the violin player, and of course, Friday is going to be great too with Donna. So with that said, I kind of hate to go, but I do have to, like I said, do a few things here. And I know everyone else is probably getting ready for the weekend and all that. So I am going to wrap it up a bit here and play my closing song because, wow, this is probably one of the shortest shows in history, an hour show. It's hard for me to keep it short. I tend to talk a lot, but when, it gets a little quiet sometimes. And then I never get quiet or really have a lack of things to say. I actually could go on and on and on. Sometimes I have to say, oh, maybe I should end it. Should I end it? And I don't usually end it very early, but tonight I am going to be ending a little bit early. And that is now. So with that said, I hope that everybody has a wonderful 4th of July. I can't wait to hear what everybody's done on Monday and tell me about their weekend. And be careful out there with all the fireworks. The poor animals, they get scared sometimes with the fireworks and everything. So keep your animals safe, and hopefully they won't get too scared. Maybe they'll join the celebration. We love our animals. We did a whole very interesting episode on animals last week about the Animal Planet. My favorite was the sloth. The slowest. They're not, slow moving. And they only poo once a week. If anyone, I didn't know that until I read about that, but I thought that was pretty interesting. So our animals, maybe we'll do some more about animals and all that stuff. And if you have any show ideas, let me know. And if you ever want to be a guest on Hollis-tics, let me know as well. Always looking for interesting people. I have some other guests in mind to get for the upcoming weeks. So we'll see what happens, but lots to come. And I will start to queue up here my outro, as again, we're wrapping it up for the first time, only an hour. And yeah, but I hope, again, everyone has a great weekend. Thank you for coming on and joining me. I know it's hot out there, and I always appreciate you guys for coming in and spending your time with me. Don't forget, if you're interested, you could join the community for exclusive content and perks. Scan the QR code and join that community. You get a copy of Love Zombies Land, a digital copy, and lots of music and all that good stuff. All right, guys. So signing off tonight for Hollis-tics. I will see you all Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time for a new episode of Hollis-tics with Mark Whittiat. Until then, happy birthday. Happy 250th birthday, America. God bless these United States, and God bless all of you out there on Rumble and on in the social media world, but just everybody in general. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. See you then.
Thank you for watching Hollis-tics, hosted by me, Hollis Mahady. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to share it with someone who might need it too. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady. You can make a one-time donation or become a member for just a few dollars a month to get extra podcasts and exclusive behind-the-scenes content you won't find anywhere else. Or simply scan the code on the screen. Your support truly means the world to me and helps me continue creating independent content for you. If you like the music featured in this show, I license it through Epidemic Sound. You can head over to hollismahady.com, click on the podcast page, and use my link for a free trial. And don't forget to check out VOPUSARadio.com, where I host my music channel and am building a growing community of independent musicians. If you're interested in joining the network, just click Join Network and submit an application. Until next time, remember that you are loved and never alone. From human to human, big hugs. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the outro video. I love this song.
Lights shining from the window late at night. I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kinda hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I can finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I can finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. When you wish upon a star just to find out it's a plane. And when you think you've come so far, but you're standing still again, and you finally understand. When the lights go out, everything is clear. When the lights go out, I could finally see. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Hope, try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't.